The spectacular opening gala of the G20 Summit in Hangzhou may have impressed the world, but when it comes down to serious business, world leaders still face daunting challenges. The world's recovery remains weak after the 2008 financial crisis, with the global jobless rate almost reaching 6%.
8 years ago, G20 was entrusted with a mission to pull the world economy back from collapse at a difficult time of financial crisis. That mission was achieved with the spirit of mutual help and partnership. Today, the global economy once again comes to a critical juncture, with huge challenges ahead.
Chinese President Xi Jinping urged the G20 members to resist protectionism and foster innovation to boost growth. He said the global economy can hardly recover without open trade and coordinated macroeconomic policies among the G20 members.
It's a great success that China is hosting the G20. When Canada was very involved in creating the G20 back in the 1990s, one of the reasons for the fact that we needed a G20 and not just a G7 and others was because we had to have China involved in the discussions around the global economy.
I think China has confidence in its economy. It's a great role model for Brazil and other countries facing an economic recovery. The G20 Hangzhou Summit presented great opportunities for others to learn from China.
Outside the summit, some notable meetings also grabbed headlines. President Xi met with his U.S. counterpart Barack Obama. Disagreements remain on thorny issues like the South China Sea, but one widely appreciated consensus was their climate change agreement. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon received the two countries' instruments for joining the Paris Agreement.
The actions taken by early ratifiers like China and United States, those are two biggest emitters. I think these are far-reaching, visionary. They are working for the people. They are working for the planet Earth. The Sustainable Development Goals of climate change are tightly interlinked.
President Xi also met with South Korean President Park Geun-hye, reiterating China's objection to the U.S.'s deployment of an anti-missile defense system in South Korea. Xi warned her that tensions may escalate on all sides if the issue is not handled well. G20 economies account for 2/3 of the world's population and over 80% of global GDP and trade. It's widely seen as the most effective platform for global governance. Another achievement of this year's summit is the promotion of Hangzhou. This second-tier city was not really as famous or developed as big cities like Beijing or Shanghai, but through its impressive opening gala on its West Lake, as well as beautiful skylines of its new high-rises, the city is now gaining a much bigger global exposure and influence. Han Peng, CCTV from G20 Summit in Hangzhou.